Hello everyone, my name is Leon Weliki and I am the Vice President of Product and Chief Product Officer for Power Apps. Today, I am excited to share our vision for what is next for Power Platform through innovations coming in this delivery wave. Microsoft Power Platform is the most comprehensive low-code development platform with more than 48 million people creating and using apps, flows, and copilots every month. The Power Platform welcomes and supports everyone, including business users, professional developers, IT specialists, and teams combining these roles, enabling unparalleled collaboration and productivity. We've been adding Copilot throughout the platform, so whether you're doing no-code, low-code, or pro-code, Copilot will help you to go even faster. For example, it will help you go from natural language to visual components in your application or dashboard, help you write or understand expressions inside of your Power Apps, or help you write code inside of VS Code to build that Power Apps PCF control that you've always wanted to create. Copilot is transforming all the parts of this platform, bringing more value and making things easier. And the idea is that you're not always going to interact with Copilot, maybe knowingly, but behind the scenes, it will always help you build your solution more efficiently. If we deep dive into that, there's two key things that we believe that Copilot is fundamentally transforming. The first one is how you build. This will be a key part of Power App Studio, Power BI Studio, Power Automate Cloud Flow Designer, Power Automate Desktop, you name it. You're going to use more Copilot to create your solutions. And it is not because we're going to put Copilot front and center. It's because it's going to make it very easy and efficient to create these solutions with proper security and governance. The second thing is what you build. Don't worry, you're still going to create apps, dashboards, reports, workflows, and automations. That all stays the same, but they're going to be significantly enhanced because they're going to be more intelligent and capable when you create them in the Power Platform. And there will be new things to create too. You're going to create and extend copilots inside the Power Platform with Copilot Studio. Let me show you how Copilot will transform how you build and what you build. And I'll start with Power Apps. Moving forward, apps will be intelligent. Every app will have a brain. And this might sound very vague, but concretely, the brain is a Copilot instance in Copilot Studio supporting the intelligent capabilities of every application. Another big change is the Copilot interaction mode. Today, users mostly interact with a Copilot in a sidebar. In intelligent applications, users will interact with Copilots and agents seamlessly in the context of their application tasks, achieving new levels of productivity and satisfaction. Our ambition is to provide you with intelligent applications that are built and managed intelligently with AI improving and supporting the entire app lifecycle. Therefore, our Copilot and agent experiences will support end users, makers, and admins to use, build, secure, and govern intelligent applications. End users of applications will benefit from contextual copilots and agents that will support entry, exploration, and summarization of data, and many other common application tasks more efficiently than ever. To build applications, makers will be able to use the new Plan Designer, where they will provide business requirements, and Copilot will create a plan with multiple use cases that Copilot will then use to create a business solution that includes apps, flows, Dataverse data, and custom copilots. And admins will have full visibility and control of the end user and maker copilot and agent capabilities that we just described. Governance, security, safe deployments, and observability are built into the fabric of our copilot and agents to support enterprise scenarios at enterprise scale. These Copilot innovations and capabilities across end users, makers, and admins are also coming to Power Pages. Power Pages will include end-user Copilot and agents in main customer tasks to support entering, exploring, and summarizing data. Copilot-assisted maker experiences and full governance, security, and observability for admins to support creating enterprise-grade secure portals at enterprise scale. Power Automate is the world's most comprehensive, secure, and AI-native automation platform that empowers businesses to achieve unparalleled efficiency through intelligent automations across discovery, automation, enterprise-grade scale, and the ability to extend to other services. We will realize our vision by investing in AI-first automation capabilities throughout the entire process, from discovery to RPA and cloud automations to management of complex enterprise-grade automations. And we will do that by delivering process mining templates and simulations, outcome-driven adaptive capabilities within cloud automations, multimodal capabilities to use voice and screen sharing for RPA automation scripts, and for the brittle nature of UI automation, we are delivering agentic capabilities to repair the UI automation at runtime. Copilot Studio is redefining the way people do business, unlocking new landscapes of opportunity and delivering better experiences and unparalleled support. This next semester, we are taking that mission even further. We are continuing to invest in autonomous agents, which are changing the way agents work for you. We will be lighting up things like new event and conversational triggers, the ability to test and improve triggers contextually, and view session activity in order to teach your agent and improve it over time. We are also continuing to improve knowledge quality across all data sources while giving you the ability to configure each knowledge source to define exactly how and when each knowledge source should be used by your agent. The best way to see the power of Power Platform is seeing it in action. And let's look at a customer example. For over 40 years, AIS has helped hundreds of global enterprises optimize their technology investments to overcome IT challenges and achieve business goals. Let's see how, thanks to the new Power Platform capabilities, AIS can successfully deliver cloud transformation solutions that help commercial and federal enterprises improve business results. Let's take a look.
Let's begin our journey with AIS with Power Automate. First, AIS needs to handle dozens of incoming vendor invoices every single day. They're looking for a way to intelligently automate the processing and routing steps. This is where the new AI capabilities in Power Automate come into play. Building a standard, rules-based automation would be difficult due to the many rules and conditions that apply to every incoming invoice. Instead, we can add AI reasoning to a flow with just a few clicks. By adding a generative action to the flow, we can provide instructions and connect to documentation by simply directing the flow to follow the company's existing rules. We still need the flow to follow a specific process for approved invoices. By selecting Add with Copilot, we can quickly describe and add the next section of the flow. If we need help understanding an action or filling missing parameters, Copilot is there to help. The flow is now up and running, and we can review its run history next to the designer. The output from each action, including generative actions, is easy to access and understand, providing all the information needed to quickly switch back to the designer and make any necessary changes. Business-critical flows should always be documented and accessible to the rest of the organization. Other users can immediately see a helpful summary at the top of the designer. And to share information about the flow with others without widely granting access, a full PDF document can be generated in just a few clicks. Power Automate represents the future of automation empowered by AI while creating and running flows. Cloud and desktop flows are now easier to build and more capable than ever thanks to Copilot and the ability to easily add generative AI to your automations, helping all organizations get more value from the automation process. This cloud flow uses a desktop flow to automate data entry to a legacy invoicing app. To build it, we got a head start by recording the task with Copilot, describing the steps and intent out loud. Power Automate uses AI to process that recording and generate a flow, so that we only need to fill in a few parameters before it's ready. When a legacy app is updated, it can break even the most resilient UI automation. Going back to update a desktop flow no longer needs to be difficult thanks to Power Automate's ability to repair flows using Copilot. When a test run of the flow is done, Copilot analyzes the changes and suggests the fix to get things running again, All it's needed now is to approve the change. And all these improvements are also easy on the eyes, thanks to Power Automate for Desktop's new dark mode. Let's see how Power Apps can help AIS streamline the new consultant onboarding process and provide ongoing training for developing consultant skill sets. Now, Search with Copilot lets me easily find the records I need by allowing me to simply describe what I'm looking for, which is much easier and far less tedious than handcrafting advanced queries. This is especially useful because Copilot understands language like humans do. For example, I can ask for employees with training for robotic process automation completed this week, and Copilot knows how to translate these very specific requests into a complex set of filters. The specific filters added by Copilot are shown as pills, so I know exactly how my words were interpreted to make sure I'm getting accurate information. When a new team member accepts an offer and is ready for onboarding, AIS receives an email with the details of the new hire. Trying to capture all this information into a form, going back and forth between tabs, will take me at least 10 minutes if not more. Instead, I'll just select all and copy this email. I can now use the latest form fill assistance, pasting from my clipboard. I can do this by using a keyboard shortcut or going to the Copilot and selecting the Smart Paste option. Now, Copilot can use content from my clipboard to more intelligently fill out the form, making it significantly faster to submit accurate information to my system of record. In this case, Copilot uses the email I copied to help me fill out the form faster. Now, we see this entire form filled out using the right context from that complex email. Let's now see how Power Apps can help me build out a more end-to-end solution to address the needs of my organization. Instead of starting from scratch, I know Power Apps can generate a comprehensive, refinable plan based on my prompt. I can even pull in existing business context, including a process chart, a spreadsheet, and a screenshot. Let's see how Power Apps can help me build out a solution using the new Plan Designer. Based on our input, it generated a number of user roles and prioritized user stories for my solution. It suggested a role for training manager, consultant, and HR administrator, along with a description for each user role. For new employees, there are many required training courses to complete. Some are web-based, while others are instructor-led in person. They often must check to see which incoming courses are in person versus web-based. It'd be good to have a view to show that. So let's ask Copilot to add that in for us. Great! That user story has been added, and the plan is updated now. Now I see the data model that has been proposed for my solution. I see that it generated several tables for me, including consultants, training modules, and a few more. It's got all the main tables I'd want, and I can even see the relationships in an ERD. That's great. Let's move on to the next step. Now this is where a ton of the magic happens. Instead of just an app, I get a draft for the comprehensive business solution. I can see all the objects that Copilot has proposed for me in the context of what they do and navigate them. It has a Canvas app, a model-driven app, and some Power Automate flows. By hovering over each of the objects, I can see who the main user type is for this, along with the data tables created in the previous step. I can adjust any of these artifacts in the same way that I adjusted my user stories in natural language. I can also click into each of these proposed artifacts to continue to refine them to meet my needs. Copilot has generated an end-to-end plan for us, along with the apps and flows that would have taken me a long time to build out by myself. I can start my project with confidence. Switching gears and putting on my admin hat, I want to understand and evaluate the risks, costs, and benefits of Copilot features in the platform. In the Readiness section, I can access all the information I need on how Copilot works, as well as get answers to my questions about how my data is used and stored by Copilot by checking out the available resources. The Usage section helps me keep tabs on how many of my users are leveraging each feature, providing visibility into my org's Copilot activity. The Governance section lets me execute my enablement plan. Here I can select my production environment to start my staged rollout of Copilot features as I'm ready to release them to my org. Let's now see how the new investments in Copilot Studio can help a company like AIS transform its IT help desk process. Here's an existing IT help desk agent that helps employees with their hardware and software needs. Now we can automate various tasks for employees without the need of a hiring manager or employee requesting assistance directly. It's as easy as adding a new trigger. With this new trigger, Record added, the Copilot agent will get to work automatically. Immediately when a new employee is added to the company to set them up with appropriate hardware based on their role. This agent acts in the background to send and assign the hardware to the employee. I can also add a conversational trigger to support employees when they request support for new equipment with the agent explicitly. Let's also add an action to this agent so it can look up the latest support ticket open for employees. I'm able to test this new trigger right here, and once I've deployed my agent review, the history of the sessions and further teaches the agent how to handle employee IT support needs. We're also continuing to improve knowledge quality while introducing capabilities to allow knowledge curation or filtering and better fine-tuning across data sources, giving you the control to define how knowledge is used by the Copilot to ensure more relevant results to specific scenarios. Lastly, we're making exciting improvements to analytics to ensure a more performant dashboard and increase visibility into the health of the agent. You'll benefit from insights around the accuracy and impact of generative AI-driven responses and actions, and know exactly how to improve your agent.
We have copilots across the entire platform. Our Copilot experiences have been already used by 480,000 organizations around the world. And we are just getting started. The demos that you saw are just a fragment of what can be achieved with the Power Platform. We are looking forward to learn what you will build with the Power Platform.